Welcome back. Today we'll be holding off wave after wave of enemy tanks to hold on to our gains from last episode. Hello, we are back with Regiments. After a good outing last time, we held almost all of the positions, all but one victory point from last time, and we didn't take too many losses. So if we go ahead and re-up all of our forces, get everyone back to full strength, we are still left with 139 operational authority. Now with that left, I'm going to upgrade this task force and get my Spartan Voltigeurs plus ATGM. Now this squad has 2 Milan 2 ATGMs in it. The vehicle itself is fairly weak, but having that extra infantry squad with a strong ATGM in it, that's going to be helpful for us, especially as we're trying to hold territory. So I've got 64 points left. I'm going to get some more tactical support. I want to see those bombers coming in more often and bring in some more artillery strikes. If we look at the narrative, we have just a note here on NATO Corps about German 3rd Corps being a little weaker than the other corps. And then Phase 4, fires on the horizon. They say the Belgian 4th Panzer Infantry to our left reports contact with the Soviet armored formation. So here we see a lot of Soviet attacks going on across the whole formation. Now here we have extended operations. Normally I'd say this is a good one. It's blue, it's labeled as a good one. But defending like we are, I'd just call this a negative, but it's what we've got, so it's what we have to roll with. Let's go. Alright, so we left off in a pretty good spot last time. We've got 275 deployment points left. We've got some infantry holding this front along with some allies. Got our mortars right here, but our left flank, we only have 2 recon units. So we're definitely going to want to strengthen that. I'm going to throw some leopards in this wood line, just to make sure we get some armored support there. And then our brand new Spartan with our riflemen with ATGMs, I'm going to have them start here. I'll move them up to this wood line. And then with our last 75 points, I'm going to get our Jaguar right in this wood line. Hopefully we'll be able to look at this entrance point and then some of these entrance points for the enemies as well. So let's confirm that and get these orders set. Get our infantry moving. Our leopards are in a good spot. Let's check the vision here. Yeah, our Jaguar can see quite a bit. Leopard can see quite a bit. And then with these infantry here, they'll be able to have a good field of view as well. So I think we're all set. Now we've got our mortars here, and we have the dug-in mortars that are part of the engineering setup. They are in range as well, so they should be able to support us with any attacks that we face. Let's kick the speed up a little bit until we see some enemies coming in. Don't have as many eyes out over here. Don't have as much recon as I'd like, but hopefully with some of the infantry we have further ahead, they'll be able to see anything coming in. Now we're a minute in, haven't seen anything yet. Not a soul. Now I'm thinking about making a move on this victory point. I'd like to capture that and get the 10 extra victory points per phase. But I'd like to see their first attack break on us first, and also save up some of our tactical support, so that if we need it, we'll be able to hit them pretty hard and support that attack. There we go. Alright, so we've got contact, and drop the speed back down to normal. So we're already hitting them with mortars. I'm going to move these Jaguars up, get this Weasel up here as well. So there we go. They're hitting our Pioneers with quite a bit. I don't think these riflemen will last long, but that is a helicopter. Let's get our Weasel on it. The Weasels are actually fairly effective against helicopters. They can hit low-flying aircraft with their cannon, but they've got a range of only 1,800 meters, so they're going to have to close. Our Pioneers are dug in here, so they'll be able to take quite a few hits. And I take back what I said about the Weasel being effective. Is this mortar trying to hit the helicopters? I'm curious if this is, if there's something else going on over here, or if this is somewhat of a bug. Interesting, very interesting. But I think these guys should take out the helicopters fairly quick. Right? They're fully suppressed. I'm wondering if there's anything we can do to get the some extra fire on them. Alright, I'm gonna pull them back before we lose any. There we go, the helicopters are pulling back as well. Alright, I'm gonna slide up this weasel toe and see if we can get some eyes on what's going on in this victory point. Now Shendon's a little weak right now. We don't have much there. We just have this one unit and they're a little beat up. Just have some regular anti-tank. Alright, so we can see, what is this? Can't tell exactly what it is. Looked like some mechanized infantry. Trying to think of the best way to go about this. We do have our mortar here. So maybe I'll slide them over, just get them facing that direction, get them ready to go. Let's call in this other infantry unit, and when they get up here, shouldn't take long at all. We'll have all the supplies tactical points we need ready to go. Let's see. Yeah, these guys are fully dug in, so they'll be pretty resilient against any attacks. At least buy us time to get some reinforcements there. So it is a little quiet. I'm wondering if the enemy's massing for an attack in some way. We'll be able to hit them with an artillery strike and smoke off our advance against this victory point. So we can hit it hard and I think take it pretty quickly. So I'm going to have these guys move as quick as we can. And when they start to get a little closer, I'm going to drop some smoke and an artillery strike. I don't want to do it too soon and give the enemy time to recover before we get there. So we've got 2 mechanized infantry units, leopards, and then the weasel, which is a recon unit, but it is decent. So where is this artillery coming from? I haven't seen a counter battery marker coming in. I wonder if that's just some support. Alright, so we're starting to get close. I'm going to call in artillery on where I saw that unit. I'm going to get the tank moving. And we got everyone on the move now. We got the artillery strike hitting, but they're smoked off. So that should buy us a little time. We do have an attack coming over here. Can't see what it is. Okay, we got tanks. Alright, we got a lot coming in right now. So I'm going to call them cluster bombs. That is dangerously close to our own guys. But I think that's what we've got to do here. I think that's what we'll need to survive this attack. Yeah, it did not do nearly enough. Who can we call in? So we got this leopard here. We'll call that battle group over. You can call in some artillery on that position as well. So, what is hitting us now? Alright, so the BMP should be just about done. These Fusiliers, we have most of our infantry left, but our vehicles are dangerously low on health here. Now these, I forget what these are actually called. It's like an ATGM carrier. They're taking some big hits. Alright, I'm gonna pull the leopards back. I don't want to lose more of those than I already have. Okay, so we just lost that zone. Who else can we call up? Nothing. We've got everything we have is engaged right now. So I'm pulling back those engineers. And this Jaguar is starting to take some hits. They're doing a lot of damage against these BMPs. But I'm going to pull them back as well so I don't lose them. And then I'm going to move the Weasel over as well. Gonna back up these leopards, get their front facing the enemy, so we get our strongest armor out front. Pull these AIFVs back so we can get those points. Now we need scorpions. What else can we call in right away? Yeah, I'm gonna pull those leopards back also. Just want to keep them alive, get them out of there. Now if they stop, I can hit them with artillery, but I don't want to waste an artillery strike on a moving target that I won't hit. So we've got leopards, we've got scorpions coming in. Let's call in these Jaegers as well. And we'll have 125 points once this fills back up. So who else can I call in? Oh, the Jaguars for sure could be helpful. Yeah, let's get the Jaguar back in. And for now, it's just a race to see what we could get there in time. If they hold still, they're going to have some trouble. If they keep moving, I'm going to be in trouble. And I'm actually going to send up my supply truck. I haven't used the supply trucks yet in this campaign, I don't think. But they can be helpful to replenish your infantry who've taken some hits. Alright, so we can see these T-72s getting hit by our ATGMs from the Weasel Toe. And let's see, okay, so trying to find a good place to put our Scorpion. We want to keep them out of range. Don't want them to get close to the BTRs here. They're just riflemen, they're not too scary. But still, if they get up close, they can wreck our tanks. And I would prefer to avoid that. Now this Martyr A2 has good ATGM capabilities, so they can probably hold off any attacks coming at them. I'm not too worried about Echo right now. I'm more worried about holding the center. Alright, so we took out one of them. This Weasel's just about had it. Almost out of ammo. Yeah, pull them out. And these riflemen, they should be checking out soon. We took out 2 BTRs, probably 3 soon. Alright, so now we see our Scorpions. They're in range of the ATGMs that the riflemen have here. That's what we definitely don't want. So now we can push back. We can move back up to Shendon. Wow, that is a lot. I am not impressed with cluster bombs so far. I've used them quite a bit, and just doesn't seem like they do a ton. So let's get this force up to flank this enemy near Echo quickly. We'll get this Fuchs moving towards Shendon. Let's see, is this actually going to do anything? I guess it did do some stuff there. Wow, that's a lot of enemies. Yeah, I've got to pull those guys back. It's not going to do anything leaving them there. Now, if there's no one at Shendon, we can retake it. But wow, that is everybody heading east. We got 3 recon units, got a Shilka, got T-55, T-72, T-72. The T-55s, I'm pretty confident in even like our Scorpions to be able to square up with those. The T-72s will wreck Scorpions though. Unless we completely flank them, which we can do. It'll just be a little more difficult. So now Dransfield's in play for them. That's not at all what I want. We definitely want to hold Dransfield. That's our biggest victory point.
Zone lost.
So we lost Buren. That's okay. We're watching it. We see what's going on. We've got a plan. Don't want to lose more Scorpions. And as I say that, we see one get taken out in real time. Alright. I'm calling it. We lost 2. But we took out some T-55s. What else do we got? our mortars. Whoa, we have a big attack going on in Gulf. Is this moving? Yeah, this is moving. Okay, so when we get some points back, we've got to pay attention to what's going on in Gulf. Yeah, let's get these Fusiliers moving. Let's get this Weasel going over here. I think this Leopard can hold. I don't know. Yeah, because we're gonna flank them. We got this Leopard coming up from the south as well. So they'll be in cover. They can hold out. So where can we go that we can see these guys with the Jaguar? Yeah, let's put them here. And let's move that supply truck back. I don't want to have them taking fire. Yeah, pull the mortars back as well. There's nothing they're gonna do this close. So we're taking out this attacking force. We're just a little outnumbered, but I think we're doing okay holding on. You got BMP-2 here with guards. I don't want to attack them with up close with tanks. That would be a little wasteful, I think. I don't feel like that would be the wisest use of my resources.
Zone captured.
Yeah, this Weasel's getting taken out. Wow, I haven't seen that that effect before with the flames shooting out the top of the tank. That's pretty cool. So we have our Jaguar doing its best against the T-55s, but we need more. All right, I'm pulling that guy back. We get some Panzer Grenadiers that we can hopefully bring up from the south, and try to counterattack. Let's get this Jaguar out of there while it's still alive. Now, if this helicopter comes at my tanks, there's going to be nothing I can do. I don't have anything over here that can take shots at them. Yeah, so they're starting to hit my tanks. I got to pull back. Alright, so we've got a Scorpion here. They can hold out for a little while. I'm looking at where I'm most vulnerable. I want to think about counterattacking, but that might be a little premature. You have 100 points. Yeah, I'm going to call in some more Leopard 1s. I would love to have some Leopard 2s right now. Something a little more solid. Those have really good armor, aside from having a solid gun too. They've got 120 millimeter cannon. I think the Leopard 1s only have a 105. Yep. So this Scorpion's still holding out. I'm gonna pull them back though. They're taking losses, and we just don't need to deal with those losses right now. The Martyr A2s here have a good ATGM on them. All right, we just lost Echo. Not too worried. There we are. So we see those helicopters flying around again. Let's bring up our Gepard. They can actually take out infantry as well. They'll do a decent job of that. And they can take out those helicopters. Where is the best place? We've got some support points built up now. And I'm just trying to think of the best place to launch a strike. I don't want to use them if I'm not certain we're going to get some kills out of it. So we definitely want to be able to push on the east here. That's where it seems like the bulk of their forces are. I don't want to spend my points on Alukes. They're fine. They can see quite well and really tell you where the enemy is, but if we've only got limited points, that's not what I want to spend them on. So I can see these MI8s here, and our Gepard's coming up. They will make short work of those once we get in range. And this Martyr's pretty beat up. I'll pull them back while I've got a little bit of a breather. Let's see, what's your range like? Their range is 2,800 for helicopters. So we are not super close yet. But what we can do is drop artillery right on this concentration while our guys are holding out for hopefully a little longer. Alright, so this friendly Gepard is taking out the helicopters, which is great. And our Jaegers have held them in place just long enough that we should be able to drop a good amount of artillery on them. This will suppress them, kind of limit how much damage they're going to do to us, do some pretty solid damage to them, and now I'm going to pull those guys out while they're still alive, and let's counterattack. Let's get some units up there. Got 2 weasels, got a leopard. It's like a zoo up here. And maybe while they're focused on Shendon, we can send some of our armored and what happened to this guy? We already lost a vehicle? Don't know how that works. We can send some of our units around to the east to recapture Buren. I'm thinking about trying to move these guys out, but I really don't want to abandon the position we've got.
5 minutes remaining.
We did a lot of work there. That's 10 points. I don't want to risk losing it just because I'm getting greedy. So now we've got 35 points saved up. We can call it an airstrike when we need it. Just haven't seen the right time to use it yet. I have 100 points to call in. Let's bring in another Jaguar. Those are always solid. All right. Not gonna waste it. T-72, T-72. I think with them being as beat up as they are, our Leopard 1s should be able to handle it. And what do we have over here? Yeah, I'm gonna be a little bold sending my tanks right into that town. I don't like sending tanks into towns without infantry support, because if there are some infantry in these buildings that I don't see, they will make short work of my tanks. And what else can we call in? Don't have the points to call in anything else right now, but we do have our Jaguar coming up, and they'll be good for taking out tanks at range. So if we're looking at it, 3 minutes left. You know, we do have a chance here to finish with all victory points. I would love to see that. Alright, so I've got Shilka here, and that's going to prevent us from using an airstrike effectively. But with the 2 units we have, I think we should be able to hold them off. There we go. Not going to waste an airstrike right now. Alright, 82 points. Who can we call in? Let's get some Panzer Grenadiers just up in the middle. I want them to be ready to push back, reinforce anything that starts looking shaky. So that right away we can get help if we need it. And maybe even push back on Echo. We've got our Scorpion here. The Scorpion has good vision. What does it have? Yeah, 2730 for vision. I don't think the night vision matters here, and it's got a good stealth modifier, so we might be able to get a little closer, even if there is somebody hiding in Echo. And by the time the Scorpion gets up there, our Martyr is going to be getting closer, so we'll be able to bring up infantry. We might be able to finish this phase with all of the points held, and some points in the bank. I don't remember this campaign perfectly, but I know that the dev likes to throw some curveballs in the last phases of certain stages. So I would be surprised to see some extra heavy counterattacks or something in the final phase of this stage where we're holding these points. Alright, so now we've got something here. We have a big counterattack coming in on Yunde. What else can we send? What is fast? I don't want to leave Shendon any less defended. I'll send these Fusiliers. No, you know, I'll hold these guys steady. And I'll send Martyr over there. There we go. I like that airstrike. that seems to be a much better airstrike than some of the other ones we've used. We just sent 2 units packing right away. It was 50 points, but I think that was worth it. So we've got tanks coming, and we've also got our infantry on the way. Not very quickly, but they're moving. And hopefully with these guys... Oh, they're down to 2 infantry. So hopefully our guys can hustle over there. The Spartan's not well armed. Yeah, we just gotta pull them out. Hopefully someone survives. Maybe that... Nope, there goes one. We got 1 left. Can they make it? I'm not gonna bet on it. Run, little dude. You can do it. Get out of there. I think we're in the clear. I think we did it. Yeah, that unit took some really heavy losses for us. Usually we don't see losses like that. The other fronts look stable right now.
Zone lost.
28 seconds. I don't think we're going to retake this, but we'll at least be in position to launch a counterattack on it when we start the next phase. And I'm not sure how our operational authority is going to look, because we haven't really captured any new points, I don't think. I'm trying to think of how that actually is calculated. Let's see. All right, so our losses look decent. Wow, actually 2-1. That sounds good, but it's not as good as we usually do. This Leopard, look at that kill list. 5 T-72s for that Leopard. Jaguar did okay. Anyone else have any big numbers? No, not really. It was just all that Leopard platoon. 4 Richter. Huge for us. So if we look at how we are set up for the next phase, 168 operational authority, and wow, we're going to need it for reinforcements. Not going to do the math right now, but it looks like maybe it might be good to just up our deployment points and be able to bring in a couple extra units next time. I'd like to upgrade. Ideally, I'd like to bring in another task force. We see the command group here. That's the one I've got my eye on, just for those Leopard 2s. The armor task force would be nice, especially getting those helos eventually. But that's expensive. That's a lot of points. We're looking at, 225 points before we're able to get to the helicopters. Where with this one, we can get Leopard 2s right away, and then with an extra 100 points, we get the Fuchs. So I don't know. We'll see how that looks next time. Thanks again for watching. Hope you're enjoying the videos, and come back again for the next episode. Have a good one.